Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today we're diving into a fascinating article, Regency Sex Ed, exploring the surprisingly nuanced reality of sexual knowledge and education during the Regency era. It's way more complex than you might think.
Right. I saw the title and immediately thought, prim and proper, but the article suggests a much richer story. So, what's the main takeaway?
Exactly. The article uses the hilarious scene from Bridgerton Season 3 as a jumping-off point. Remember Lady Featherington's disastrous sex ed lesson? That cluelessness, while comedic, isn't entirely accurate.
Oh, I see. So it wasn't a total blank slate for women back then?
Not at all. The author, a professor and historical romance novelist, points out that while explicit instruction might have been behind closed doors, Regency novels themselves, like Austen's works, presuppose a certain level of sexual understanding among their readers. They allude to seduction, a life of sin, and even Lydia Bennet's elopement, all implying a shared knowledge.
That's a clever point, using literature as a source for understanding societal norms. But what about explicit sex ed materials? Did those exist?
Absolutely. The article mentions books like Aristotle's Masterpiece and Every Woman's Book, which, despite sometimes dubious medical advice, provided detailed information on anatomy and even contraception. These weren't just for doctors. They were widely read by the public.
So there was a whole underground, or at least semi-underground, network of sexual information. That completely changes my perception.
And it gets even more interesting. The article also discusses erotic novels, sex worker memoirs like Harriet Wilson's, and even mentions the prevalence of lesbian themes in literature. It paints a picture of a far more sexually aware society than the prim and proper stereotype suggests.
I'm surprised. I mean, I knew there was some level of sexual activity, but this is comprehensive. The author even connects this historical context to current debates about sex education in schools.
Yes. The author highlights the irony of how restricting access to sexual information, under the guise of protection, is a recurring theme, both then and now. It's a powerful parallel. The article ends by emphasizing the ongoing fight for access to accurate and safe sexual information, a fight that has been waged for centuries.
It's a really thought-provoking piece. It challenges assumptions and shows how easily we can misinterpret the past. I'm definitely going to read the author's novel now.
Me too. And that's a wrap for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for joining us, and remember to subscribe for more insightful discussions. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.